Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's Blonde Intelligence with me, Miss Ronnie, where I always seek to give you exquisite cranial repertoire. This week, we have two special guests. We have Trip Trav, a hip hop artist out of Little Rock from Chicago, and we have Miss Hustle Unlimited from Philadelphia by way of Little Rock. How are y'all
Hey,
doing?
Doing good, doing great.
good,
Great,
great.
doing good. How are you?
I am doing just fine, just fine. I am so
How
happy
you
that
doing?
y'all here. She said, "How you doing?" Girl, we're not gonna do that.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, okay, so we're gonna start with Trip Trav. I want
Mhm.
you to give us a little background on you and all the things that you do, including music and things outside of music, so that we can know a little bit about you as the man.
Man, crazy part is it's so much, but I try to make it and short and sweet and still to the point. But besides music, I run a custom clothing business called Trip Drip Clothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a master barber. Been a master barber for over 13 years. I'm also part of a dance organization called High Squad 2 Code, where we serve the community and we entertain. Also heavy, very heavy in my community period, which is helping being a public figure and a good person you can call on.
Advertise with Blonde Intelligence, where our listeners experience exquisite cranial repertoire. Blonde Intelligence is a new podcast and video channel featuring entertainment, musical artists, producers, entrepreneurs, as well as discussions on social topics, making the Blonde Intelligence platform suitable for a wide variety of product ad types. Video, Instagram TV, YouTube, and links shared to all Blonde Intelligence social media pages and select group networking platforms. This creates a collective base of over 50,000 potential sets of eyes on your product or service. Each sponsored ad will feature on both the podcast and video platforms. Sponsors have the choice of either a voice ad or audio video ad, with 3 options for placements. Create a win-win business partnership by advertising with Blonde Intelligence.
I did Taekwondo, you know what I'm saying, for over, might as well say 15 plus years. I started when I got the second degree black belt, year 2000 world champ, 2001
Oh,
state
wait a
champ.
minute. You got a what and what?
Year 2000 world champ in the ATA, American Taekwondo Association. You know what I'm
See
saying? Year
there?
2000. Certified with nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? As a
That's what them
weapon.
nunchucks come in at.
And I do a lot, man. I do a lot. I do a lot for others, and I do a lot in my community. Yeah.
That is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so now that we know that you have so much personality in your personal life, how does that fit into how you began in music?
As far as with music, I guess I started off as a poet in middle school, and I've always been on the performance tip of things. I've always been a performer, part of performing arts. So I got over the fear early of being in front of crowds or displaying my talents with, you know what I'm saying, with no worries. The only thing about it is it's different, you know what I'm saying? Like from dancing to rapping, it was a big of a transformation, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, cause you from dancing, you ain't gotta say nothing. You just go out there and show your skill. You know, for rapping, you know what I'm saying, you need to be heard, you need to be clear. And even my mom, she's big on, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna do something, I need to be able to understand what you're saying. I don't want to hear all that mumble jumble, you know what I'm saying? So I just applied it. I applied it to when I rap, you know what I'm saying, and it made me a great performer. And just leading from poetry to music, it's one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Just one is to a beat or musically inclined, another is just free form. So
Okay.
I dib and dab in both. You know what I'm saying? And which made my music what it is.
Okay.
Good
All right. So my next question is for Tamika, Miss Hustle Unlimited. Tell me, how
Yes,
did you and Trip Trav come together to work together? Because this is his manager.
Mm-hmm.
his energy is what draw me to him.
Mm-hmm.
His energy, his styles, his mood, just him, his personality, everything about him. I just seen him up here going up, and I recorded him a couple of times before we actually met. And then I
Mm-hmm.
was sitting down in the show with Stephen James was throwing down at I Am Men, the rep room. And when we got on
Mm-hmm.
stage, I just went and sat down next to him. When he came and sat down next to me, I think I called him over there. And we just, we clicked and went from there. And thinking and thieves ever since.
Okay. So how long have y'all been together?
Since 1920.
How long?
Since about 2018, right?
Yeah, it was like, yes, 18. Yeah.
Yeah,
18
about
and through 20, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So
2
tell me,
years.
between the both of y'all, what is the creative process like from start to finish on y'all together working to do a release? Because with the artist and the manager relationship, a lot of the releases, the research, and everything goes to the manager. So what is y'all creative process like together when y'all are actually coming to the finalization on a release?
Well,
No matter what,
go ahead.
we sit down, we make sure we stay on the same page at all times, no matter what. There's no arguing, or I'm just going to, okay, you got to do this, or I want to make sure he agrees. It's something he want to do, because I want him to want to do it so he can enjoy doing it, have a good time doing it. I'm not going to throw nothing in his hands. Not going to just throw nothing my way. So we always sit down and we talk about everything. And if it's a hit, we're going to move forward with it. That's what we're going to do.
And she trusts my creative process. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, very.
And not only is she my manager, but you know what I'm saying, it's a learning process for both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so used to, I used to be so used to doing so much by myself, trying to manage other artists that I work with, and having to figure out my own process. You know what I'm saying? And
now, how many hours did you think was in the day?
Ma'am?
Not enough.
How many hours did you think was in the day?
Man, you be thinking it's 32 hours in a day, but it be feeling like 10. But
you feel like it'd be more.
Right.
But to have someone who not only you can throw your ideas at, and they feed off of them, and y'all work a plan out, or they helping you, you know what I'm saying, push your music to a level that you can't get to by yourself. And that's just where I'm at in my career now. I've capped off what I can do by myself. So linking up with Tamika and Hustle Unlimited, and you know what I'm saying, it's been a blessing. And it's also been a learning process, because you know what I'm saying, me and her both trying to figure out the music scene, you know what I'm saying, in our surroundings, you know what I'm saying, and the music scene outside our surroundings.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. How long? Okay, y'all been together since 2018. How long have you actually been in the music industry as a solo artist?
As professionally for 4 years.
Okay, so since you have gotten into the industry, and that means that you entered into the industry during the computer era, during the necessity for technology, the necessity for the internet to be able to market and to promote and to do all these things. In those 4 years, how has technology changed and impacted the way you market your music?
It's made it it's taught me how to really sit and devise a plan before you move on anything. From 4 years ago, especially like from my first mixtape, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was just on the move, and I'm good at getting in your face and showing you what I can do. No plan. You know what I'm saying? I'm good on the good on the clutch. But
so you would be good in a cypher.
What?
Don't be
off.
looking at me like
Definitely.
that. Don't be looking at me like
Definitely.
that. Don't you be looking at me like that. Look, it don't matter what I think. I ask what you think.
No, but I come from an era where it was, you know what I'm saying, sometimes it wasn't no lyrics in the background. You just find
Okay, well, since you would be good in the cipher, put together a imaginary cipher right now. It could be anybody, any artist, any rapper, any lyricist, anything. Give me 4 people and you in a cipher right now that would kill it.
Me and 4 other people?
Yep. That's easy.
It could be anybody.
Check this out.
You put this cipher together. It could be anybody. Famous, anybody. Give me 4 rappers plus you that could kill a cipher.
Give me T-Pain. Give me Jay-Z. Give me I gotta go to
Corleone.
Give me my G Poppy, my Poppy G.
Yes, most definitely Poppy.
And give me E-Dub.
Okay.
Now, E-Dub.
Line up right there.
Okay, you ain't done. Now, we're going to go to girls. Picture it. Little Rock, 2022.
Okay.
That's how Sophia said. Tell me about this cipher.
Tell you about this cipher?
Tell me about this cipher.
Man, look. One of the hottest things going in the city right now. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Lights, camera, action. You got your popcorn because it's a movie. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We got talent from all over. And you know what I'm saying? Some of the hottest MCs in the city.
So what's the mood? Are we starting with no music? Is it going to be an East Coast beat? Is it going to be a West Coast beat? Because you know that there's not a Southern region. So how you going to marry all that together?
You know what I do? You know we be rapping too? Straight African drums.
Okay. Chopstick drums. What kind of drums?
Hand drums. Back in the day, hand drums. I'm talking about real African bonfire type of cipher. That's what I do. Real Zulu Nation type of Wakanda style. It's lit. We up and we going all the way out.
Yeah.
So tell me this, in this cipher that you wanted us to picture, you put in some celebrities, some legends, and some locals. Why did you choose the locals that you chose?
The locals that I chose, one, Poppy Corleone, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the people, when I first even got to Little Rock, that I associated with when I got in school, when I got in high school. You know what I'm saying? When I first came, when I finally got done moving from Chicago to Little Rock back and forth so much, and I got stationed in Little Rock, I started going to a school where there were predominantly Bloods. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a Blood. You know what I'm saying? So me having the attitude that I had from the city I'm from, and dealing with this new atmosphere, this new energy of people, my mind ain't ready for it, but I'm on my head on a swivel because I don't know. Within the first.
So he was like Terrence Howard character in the 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Just about. I don't trust nobody around here. I bet
they are own celebrities, but people just don't know it yet.
But you know what I'm saying? When I switched schools and got around some people that I knew, because I ended up getting put out that school that semester. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting put out that semester. The principal fell down the stairs and some more stuff. Crazy little fight.
What?
Man, I ain't playing. Well, I wasn't playing with these folks. That's how it was. But Poppy G, when I linked up with him, we had a certain energy. He was always rapping. I was dancing at the time. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But when we linked up, it was so true that I graduated 2005. I met him like 2003, 2002.
Oh, you're really young.
Yeah, that's my brother to this day. You know what I'm saying? And now he's a national battle rapper, and I'm one of the hottest folks in my own state, you know what I'm saying, doing my thing. And we still together. That's my brother, Mob Tide, for real. Go gang and don't bang, you know what I'm saying? And Poppy G, he I ain't gonna say he can rap better than me, but if I'm gonna have somebody and we finna go toe to toe with somebody, that's who I got on my team. Cause he gonna ride.
Yeah.
Gonna ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
E-Dub, King of Arkansas, baby. That's I gotta pay homage to the folks who paved the way for me to do my thing in this city, in this state. And E-Dub is one of them folks I always pay that homage.
Great. Now tell me about your latest project.
Man, Don't Even Trip, my album on all platforms from Spotify to Apple Music, Tidal, everything. You can go download that. Good work. Good, you know what I'm saying? Don't Even Trip, that's my latest project. And
tell me about it. Tell me about Don't Even Trip. Tell me about the process. Tell me about the concept. Tell me about how it came about. Who made you mad to make you mad? What was the experience? Because from what I get from it, I haven't heard it, but from the title of it, what I get from it is somebody done something foul and you telling them don't even trip.
Kinda.
Everything.
Kinda.
Okay.
Either way you want to play.
Don't Even Trip is really like a concept that I built off of dealing with the local scene and the rap scene around where I'm from. So it started with just fighting and trying to even get somebody to recognize me or recognize my talent. It's rough down here. You know what I'm saying? People be talking about.
What you mean rough down here? Explain to me what is rough down here means.
No, man, look, if your family ain't big or you ain't from here or you ain't dick riding, they not fucking. That's just what it is.
Period.
It's just what it is. If you not over here or you know what I'm saying, playing yes man for a nigga or greasing some pockets or you from here and if you ain't beat up nobody almost, you know what I'm saying, you really got to show your ass down here to get some love. So
any type of record, I agree with that.
So wait a minute. So hold on. So Tamika, do you feel like that as being a woman in the industry from, trying to break in here?
Yeah, no matter what industry you in, whatever you're trying to do, exactly what he said is what it is. No matter what you're trying to do, where you're from, maybe you're from here. You could be from here, go to school with somebody already at the house, but they still ain't gonna support you up in there. They sit right there with you till the wheels fall off, but they will not support you.
Well, in my experience, I don't look for people that I know to support me.
I don't look for nobody to support me.
Well, the reason why I say that is because I feel like that I'm a really nice person. So somebody you might have, like with your merch, I'd rather sell to a stranger because I don't have to explain to you that I'm going to stand firm on my price. Because when you want people to know that you know to support you, well, can you do this for me? Well, let me get this on the low. Let me get 2 for this and all this kind of stuff. Okay, they don't take into account that when you do merchandise and you get ready to put it in your online store, that you can put in how much it costs to make this, what your profits should be, and what you should price it at. So why am I going to go by what somebody else say because you want to pay a lower price for it when the computer done already done the logarithm for it? So I feel like that people that don't understand the time and the effort that you put into the things that you do. And although lights
even if they do, no matter what, they still don't want your price. They just want to be cheap and lowball. That's I just had that one of my other companies.
Go ahead.
Yeah, talent installers. I just went through that, and I wanted to make a post the other day, like, all black people you can't do business with. Here we is trying to do this food truck for you. I already started. You want us to come behind you doing somebody else's work, but yet we not moving fast enough for you. You want it good or you want it cheap? They just want cheap work. Okay, so we walk away from it because we don't do cheap work. You know, but everybody want to be cheap and low ball. You know, man, they don't care about what you went through, what it costs for you to do anything. They just don't want your price.
And see that right there, them explanations is why I came up with the concept "don't even trip." Because I'm not finna explain to you. I'm not finna explain to you what I already know. So you ain't gonna support. I'm gonna show this talent to somebody out of state. I'm gonna start shopping with some folks that know what I'm saying. They don't know me from a can of paint, and they looking for the same opportunity I'm looking for. And that's how I build my brand. That's how I stop arguing with folks. That's how I stop dealing with energy. I walk in these shows. I'm like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. One, I'm not gonna be disrespected. Yeah. Two, I ain't finna argue with you. Don't even trip. We got this.
That's right. Okay. Like, peace out.
Yeah. I went to a trade in a predominantly white town. And it was for my job. And it was this lady there. And she does, because I like to craft, she does some of the same things that I do. And she had some cake platters that she had made out of candle holders and a glass plate. Mm-hmm. She glued that candle holder to that glass plate with some professional strength adhesive. And she was selling those cake plates for $40 a pop. And people were buying them. And I told her, I said, those are cute. I said, I do those. I said, all you do is get this type of glue and you glue it and let it sit for 6 hours. She's like, yeah. She said, girl, I got all these pieces at the yard sale for 25 cents a piece. And she was selling. So she was, it took her, the glue, actually you get a big thing of it for like $4. So she made, I can't even think how many hundreds of percentage on profit. Yeah. Because she only spent 75 cents to make it, and she was selling them for $40. Mm-hmm. Now, I myself would never buy that because I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Right.
But for a person that does weddings or a person who have events and things like that, they would buy those types of things. But you get people that that know what you do and know, well, it only costs her this much, and they feel like that you shouldn't have a profit at all. I run into a lot with some of my friends and associates. I know a lot. I tell my friend I don't value necessarily education because I felt like I was smart before I got an education. The only thing that changed was I went and got degrees because they said I need degrees to be able to secure a nice job, a good future for me and my children. But as far as intellect part, I run into a lot of people who have degrees that I think is dumb as hell.
That's true.
So, but on the other token, I already had the natural ability of being an intelligent person. So before then, you can come to me, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do this? Yes. But don't come and try to lowball me. And I have 5 degrees. If you cannot pay me what I'm worth, you probably need to listen to what I tell you to do. And sometimes people take it as she bossy, she this, she that. No, I'm not bossy or this or that. What I don't have time for is the fuckery. I'm busy.
Advertise with Blonde Intelligence, where our listeners experience exquisite cranial repertoire. Blonde Intelligence is a new podcast and video channel featuring entertainment, musical artists, producers, entrepreneurs, as well as discussions on social topics, making the Blonde Intelligence platform suitable for a wide variety of product ad types. Video, Instagram TV, YouTube, and links shared to all Blonde Intelligence social media pages and select group networking platforms. This creates a collective base of over 50,000 potential sets of eyes on your product or service. Each sponsored ad will feature on both the podcast and video platforms. Sponsors have the choice of either a voice ad or audio-video ad, with 3 options for placements. Create a win-win business partnership by advertising with Blonde Intelligence.
I have things to do. So if I know what I'm doing and you don't know what you're doing, what I need you to do is do what the F I asked you to do so I don't have to go back and do the shit again.
Goddamn facts. Facts,
That's
man.
it.
Facts.
That's it. 100%. 100%.
As far as support, I don't ever, even in college and everything, I never tried to follow the crowd.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I have enough different talents on my own that I would never be like anybody else. So if you don't want to support me, how about there are millions of people in the world and I have access to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you before, Mika, I said some of these people that you try to work with don't realize some of the other people that you have worked with and the things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, when I have lived other places, I have seen real money. The little money that people are making around here and what they do.
Right here, nothing.
You're constantly trying to lowball the next person that you feel like is competition to you. Then you're trying to make it where other people can't make it. And that's not the way that it works. Everybody depends on another person.
Mm-hmm.
So when he say about being in a certain circle or whatever, really it ain't no damn circle.
No.
Don't circle is the world.
But what I mean is
I know what you mean, but I'm saying the world is big. Hey, don't even worry about it. Don't even trip. Ain't that what you said? Don't even trip.
That's why we ain't even tripping on Arkansas. I go over there to get his music out of Arkansas.
Look, you don't want to be on Amazon. You don't want to buy my stuff on my website. How about I put it on Amazon where a whole bunch of other people can look at it? Don't even trip.
Don't even trip.
Shopify everywhere.
Don't even trip.
Right.
Everywhere.
So what I did was in my own city, basically make a lane. You see.
What?
And basically we just, you know what I'm saying, as far as I feel, the new school of rappers in my city and the people that's actually making a buzz from where I come from, we've made a lane to where you know what I'm saying, you gotta respect what we doing, and you know what I'm saying, and you can't trip because we not following your crowd. And our music is dope enough. Our music dope enough to rock anywhere. So when we leave and we feel that love that we like, damn, this feel like I'm at the motherfucking Apollo and they want me to come back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
This is the issue.
Tripping on whatever the city talking about. You know what I'm saying?
But this is the issue right here. Of all the regions, and I studied this because I actually wrote a conference for independent artists. Of all the regions, we have an East Coast, we have a West Coast, we have a North, Midwest, Southwest. There is no South region for hip hop. So where Arkansas is, you have to adapt to either the East Coast or the West Coast. So people from the city, if they want to go to try to make a name for themselves, they're going to LA, they're going to Dallas, they're going to Houston, they're going to Atlanta, they're going to DC, they're going to New York. There's nothing here. So you as an artist, what could you do here in the city of Little Rock right now to get Warner, to get Universal, to get Capitol, Rap Lot, all those majors? What would you do? What is the issue with why Little Rock is not being recognized? What is the issue? What would you
marketing?
do?
They have to constantly put their music out there to be seen and be heard.
It's more than that. You just told me that they don't support each other. What would you do?
Well, what I do, I do what I'm doing now. Give the city everything that they need to go along with the music. Not only am I just rapping to you, but I got clothes for you. I got music videos for you. I'm very heavy in my community. I'm throwing parties, I'm throwing events. My name is tied to so much. So when you finally hear my name, it's more than just the music now. Anybody can rap.
So when you throw those events, do you send your events to major record labels to let them know what you're doing?
I don't send them, but they're all recorded. They're all ready for whatever. They're all ready to be like, okay, They want to see something, boom, I got something for you to see. You know what I'm saying? I got a performance that shows you, you know what I'm saying? I got an event that shows you my contact with the city. I'm ready. I'm stockpiled. I'm ready. But I ain't just sending my stuff to somebody, to some regular average Joe, or posting it on Facebook.
I'm not talking about an average Joe. I'm talking about the real deal.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm not honestly sending it.
Record labels, if I have any information, that's where I come in at. If I have any information on these high record labels, their emails, numbers, text contact, I send his stuff through. So some of them have his stuff.
Okay, I had an interview earlier today with a media professional, and she has managed some big artists. And she said one of the things that she makes sure of is that she always keep it to a professional level where she don't even meet each other's spouses. So tell me, I know when I took some business classes, they would say that be wary of companies that say we're a family. Do you think that the relationship is different between an artist and a manager of an independent artist, that it's a closer relationship than if you was an artist manager? This is for Tamika. Than if you was an artist manager for a major, I'm not even gonna say a major, I say a moderate artist through a label. Do you think that the personableness in it, being personal, the personal business, are you having an off day today was wrong? Do you think that the relationship is different between working for a signed artist and an independent artist?
Very different. I feel like it's
it can be, but at the same time, myself, I always check on my people. I don't care if you're married, you're carried, you're dead, you're alive. If I care for you, I love you. I want to check on you. You all right? You good? You hey? I need all that shit to be in order so you can be able to work the next day.
And then with most labels,
and so it goes both ways.
And then with most labels, it's a protocol you still have to follow. Whether you got feelings or not, whether that person's feeling bad, it's still a protocol that has to be followed. With independent, we got free range. You know what I'm saying? If she going through something, you know what I'm saying, I could be understanding, I could be there for her emotionally. Or, you know what I'm saying, I can be like, okay, I'm going to give you some time to let you get yourself together. And there's no harsh, there's no rush feelings. You know what I'm saying? Then when she ready to bounce back, same on my end. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not just all the way there, it's more understanding and it's more free range for us to be there for each other and do business with a clear mind and a clear soul.
Yep.
Okay, so what would happen if, let's just say you were booked for something like the BET Hip Hop Awards, and something personal came up? How would you handle that? Because your basis is business.
Depends on how depends on how personal the situation that happened, and it also depends on how beneficial the business is with the BET Awards.
Right, because BET can always be there.
I mean, and also, you know what I'm saying, if I'm paying to do that event, you know what I'm saying, then most likely I probably are still gonna do it. Then, get up there and go handle my personal business. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't got time to sit and network. But if it's most of the time, it has to be, my mother has to die. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother has to just then fall on sudden death for me to just cancel an event, because I'm all about proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if my mother was alive and she knew I was doing this event 2 months down the road, and she so happened to fall, you know what I'm saying, death a week before.
So you saying it has to be an emergency, not just personal?
If it bump personal, it got to be super emergency.
Because some people, I'm not going to say which artist, but it was 2 artists. One was telling the story about it, that they had a TV show to do, and one of the artists didn't show up, and he didn't show up because he had got too drunk. That was personal. I mean,
no, that's a poor excuse. That's not personal. That's a poor excuse. Prime example is here. My husband was just sick in the hospital. You know, he could have been gone. So 15 days, we got him back home. A week later, my son died. You know, this man here at Trip Trav, his name is Travis, what I go by. Even though I'm his manager, we're still friends. We have a good communication, relationship. I could talk to him about anything. He knew what was going on. He like, look, take your time, get yourself together, and I needed that so much. Like, I'm still not here. Like, I'm here talking to y'all, but mentally, I'm not here. You know, so, I needed it. Like, take all the time you need. So he was out there by himself doing shows. Mama laid back in the bed recording. I'm screaming from my bed, crying and everything, so. But I'm pushing myself back out there. But that was an example of, personal like that. Anything else, being drunk, no, that's for excuse.
Yeah, that's foolishness right there.
That's I worked as a show manager, and I have to slide them off for the shows, and based on ticket sales, how many songs they get to perform. And I had one artist, I said, you're on next. And he gonna say, well, you can let somebody else go on because I need to smoke a blunt.
Yeah, he ain't ready.
Dude, what I can do is skip over your ass.
Man, come on.
That should have been done already.
What is the worst advice that you have ever gotten as an artist?
The worst advice. The worst advice. Man, look, you making me think now.
Yeah, I always want to make you think. This is Blonde Intelligence.
I appreciate it. I mean, the worst advice I probably ever got is
as an artist.
Not
as the promoter part, not as throwing on as an artist. What is the worst advice that someone has ever given you as an artist?
Just go out, bro. Don't even just go out there and do your thing, bro. Just go out there and do your thing. That's probably the worst advice I ain't got.
I'm gonna tell you the worst advice that I have ever heard that somebody gave somebody else in this day and age is to mail your stuff to yourself for a copyright. That is the dumbest, worst advice that I have ever heard in my life, because artists need to understand that if you don't register with copyright.gov and you need to go to court, they won't take your case in court. I don't care if you can prove you had the beat, if somebody emailed it to you, if anything. If you're not registered with copyright.gov, you can't even go to court.
Sure, okay. That's silly. That's real silly. I used to hear that, but I knew better. You know what I'm saying? In the back of my head, I just let people talk. I'm good at just letting people talk. And I just like, why would I mail it to myself? Like, that sounds like it's too much. But no, that's no.
Okay, I take that advice.
The worst advice I've heard was you do better in the clutch. You do better last minute. Like, you do better on the fly. Like, that's probably the worst advice I've heard. Still live by. You know what I'm saying? That people still operate in. I hate last minute. I be fussing with stuff that's last minute.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all for coming, and I want you to tell everybody where they can find you. The name is your latest project. If you got another project coming out, any event you got going on, whatever you got going on right now, tell everybody.
Man, look, it's your boy Trip Trav.
He had to clap his hands.
Yeah, man, that clap lets you know it's official. You know what I'm saying? You can find me on all platforms. You can find me on Trip Trav. You can Google me, Trip Trav, Instagram, Trip.Trav, Snapchat, Trip_Trav AR, Facebook as well. Twitter, also the same thing, Trip Trav. My latest album, Don't Even Trip, is on all those platforms. I got a new video that just dropped not too long ago called Booty Magic. Please make sure you go check that out. Yeah.
Look at my face.
it's crazy. If you like look,
What like that?
Video, you know what I'm saying? Go check that out.
I have one other question.
Talk to
I want to ask. Okay. Out of these 5 things, name the top 3 things that is the most important to your career right now. Your 5 choices are manager, producer, lawyer, DJ, or videographer.
Lawyer, manager, DJ. Them the top 3.
Tell me why.
Lawyer, you need somebody on your side. You know what I'm saying? That's going, you know what I'm saying, that you need to be investing in also as well.
But they make programs for that when you first start out. So why do you need a lawyer up front?
Why you need a lawyer?
Everybody don't know about those programs though.
You said what?
I'm not saying that I disagree. I just want you to tell me why.
Because anything can happen. Anything can happen. You need somebody you can go to for legal advice that you can ask and move on the beginning, on the front end, so you don't have no problems on the back end and be paying people. You know what I'm saying? That legal advice is very, very necessity. I feel that, you know, anything can happen anytime, from samples to you didn't bought a beat from somebody that lied to you and tells you they made it, but they really didn't take it from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything can happen on there. So a lawyer is the best investment, I feel, in the music industry. Then a manager. Yeah, manager, you need somebody on your team that's rocking with you from shows to letting out music to letting you know opportunities that's available. You're not going to catch everything by yourself.
So how many managers do you think an artist need? Because there's several different managers. You have a business manager, you have a personal manager, you have a booking manager. So out of all management, which one of management?
2. I feel like you need a business manager, and I feel like you need a road manager. The business, as far as Trip Trav, I take my business personal.
All right, Trip Trav.
And you know what I'm saying, and I'm personal about my business. So that's one and the same for me. And road manager, you need somebody on that road for when the lights get too bright. And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, it's easy to get sucked into your surroundings. You don't need a yes man, you need a nigga now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga.
Yeah.
Nah, Negro. Heck nah. You need a heck nah guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the road manager for, to help keep you on track and keep you on time for what you're doing. Help you look for them things that you know, like from booking rooms to where the show is at. And being an independent artist, I've learned that you first got to be able to do all that yourself before you get to asking for help or try to look for a manager. If you can't manage yourself, there's no need for you to be looking for a manager. You know what I'm saying?
Another important thing that artists also have to realize is they need a budget. And if you don't have a budget, then you have to be able to do a lot of things on your own, because a manager is not your investor. A manager is not your social media manager. A manager is not your booking agent. A manager is the one who takes care of the business that is brought in. They're not necessarily running out to get you every little thing. They're looking for corporate endorsements for you. I mean, so I think I wrote a blog on it before about the role of an artist manager. And I think that a lot of artists don't really understand that they have to put in more work. Just because you have a manager, your manager is not your everything.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of artists don't know that.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Hustle Unlimited, you give your plug too, tell everybody how they can find you, what you're doing, your latest projects, everything that you got going on, Miss Ma'am.
My latest project is bringing this other artist out. I got him in the studio right now. We branding on him, so we really don't have no name. He went Young Yolo, whatever it is. I don't know, but we're going to change that.
She didn't yodel. Did she just yodel?
Yeah, we have Trip Trav coming up next out of Arkansas. So, and I have other artists that I work with too that don't live in Arkansas. You have Black Phoenix in Oklahoma. Y'all can find me on TA_279 on Instagram, Facebook, Tamika Hicks. Facebook, again, Hustle Unlimited LLC, the business page. The main thing I do is, people, they don't want to pay no money. They want their music out there. Like, one of the questions you asked about the streaming, when everything switched over with the COVID, I thought about this years ago. Everybody should have had the money, music streaming, going online, going out anyway, because everything was converting over before they even knew about it.
Because you know who was still paying during COVID? Do you know who was still paying during COVID? ED Baby. Yes. Distro Kid, United Masters, BMI. Talk to what I'm talking about. They were still cutting artist checks during the coronavirus.
Yeah, through the coronavirus. It's still going hard. So.
Ain't no PUA. Ain't no. Messed up about that little 1,200 trucks.
Look, I've been trying.
Ain't no Cali UA. Ain't no Kansas UA.
Ain't no EDD. Look, none of it.
I've been trying to end the interview, but that leads me to another question. And then I promise this is going to be the last question.
It's cool. Do your thing, love.
I run across plenty of artists that think that a release is just releasing it on Facebook.
Oh.
No matter how good the artist is, do you as an artist, as a professional artist, take them seriously if they haven't taken care of the business part first? Because I feel like that with so many things in print, there's no excuse not to know anymore.
No. Man, look, people let me listen to new music all the time. And I'm so programmed that the first thing I'm going to ask you is where you get that beat from. If you don't tell me that you own that beat, I'm tuning your song out. I'm finna get ready to tune you out.
But it don't necessarily have to be tuned out. It just has to be released as a mixtape.
Hey, you wanna give away your music for free? By all means, baby, do your thing.
No. What you do is you copyright the lyrics. The lyrics are yours.
For free.
You can still release it on the mixtape, and then later on, when it else, you can take the lyrics to your own. Still have the copyright to the lyrics.
And you could have released it first on the distribution side. I
never say you was wrong. What I gave was an alternative.
I'm just saying, you also could have released it through CD Baby as a single. You also could have been getting getting paid off performance rights for your music. You also could have been shopping your music around through different playlists. You know what I'm saying? To get your music.
Do you tell the artist that, or do you be like, okay, then I'll listen to it and keep it going?
I tell.
Look, he put his chest out.
I'm about to say I do. I'll be like, all right, email that to me. I'm gonna listen to it. And
I tell my immediate people surrounding artists that I fool with the info. Everybody else, I will lead you to the water, but I will not make you drink. I will not. No.
Hello.
I bless you with a little info on my way out, but I'm gonna be like, look, hey, if I was you, bro, I go hit that person up on YouTube, see how much it costs to release that beat. Boop, I'm done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or, bro, if I was you, I go set me up a BMI account, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna tell you everything else, bro. Just if I was you, I'd do that. But you know what? Don't even trip. Don't even trip. You got it.
All right. I want to thank y'all for coming, and make sure that you check out the podcast. This is a podcast on all major platforms. We're also on the video channels on Facebook video. We're on Instagram TV. We're on YouTube. And whenever I get Twitch together, we're on. I have an account, but I haven't got it together yet. But make sure that you tune in.
Make sure y'all check out Christina Latrice on them fingerlings, them lashes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you.
Advertise with Blonde Intelligence, where our listeners experience exquisite cranial repertoire. Blonde Intelligence is a new podcast and video channel
featuring entertainment, musical artists, producers, entrepreneurs, as well as discussions on social topics, making the Blonde Intelligence platform suitable for a wide variety of product ad types. Video, Instagram TV, YouTube, and links shared to all Blonde Intelligence social media pages and select group networking platforms. This creates a collective base of over 50,000 potential sets of eyes on your product or service. Each sponsored ad will feature on both the podcast and video platforms. Sponsors have the choice of either a voice ad or audio-video ad, with 3 options for placements. Create a win-win business partnership by advertising with Blonde Intelligence.